Hello, everyone. Welcome to this masterclass, Unlocking the Secrets of Anti-Aging with ACES Medicine. I'm Dr. Jingduan Yang. Today, we're going to discuss the concept of SS medicine and how SS medicine being developed and how SS medicine will provide a new strategy to managing our aging process. At the end, we're going to provide some quizzes to make sure everybody gets the idea and also the tools and the resources so that we can continue this journey together to age gracefully and healthily and happily. First, let's delve into what SS medicine is. A represents anatomy, C represents chemistry, E represents energy, and S represents soul or spirit. So putting them together is called the ACEs model of medicine. This is my creation for integrative medicine and healthcare that provides practical yet comprehensive framework for both self-care and medical treatments. And this paradigm shift will fundamentally change our experience of aging. So ACEs medicine is a transformative approach that empowers each of us to take a very active role in managing our health and vitality. And this paradigm shift will fundamentally change our experience with aging. Let's take a quick look at old paradigm of aging management. The old paradigm simply view the aging is an inevitable decline of physical and mental capabilities. And to address the aging, we are very often trying to deal with the symptoms of aging. This approach does little or nothing to address the cause of aging. People may argue aging is a normal process of life and nobody can reverse it or stop it. Is that true? How long we should live and could live? We're going to discuss that later. Let's look at what SS medicine is. This medical model actually combines the cutting-edge medical technology and the science with a age-tested wisdoms in health and life. It also addresses the relationships in the health of mind, body, and spirit. Let's elaborate a little bit more about ACEs medicine. Anatomy and aging. When we experience aging, the first things we notice is a change in our anatomy, structural change or anatomic change of our body, or hair turn gray, or skin began to have wrinkles, or bone shrink a little bit, or muscle become loose, or skin become saggy, and the color began to change. We develop some brownish spots on our skin, on our face. Spine began to shrink a little bit too, and our posture changes. The structure change is the most prominent and also is the area of focus of anti-aging medicine. What do we do about it? We go to plastic surgeries and we use cosmetic medicine. We apply all kind of skincare. However, what have caused anatomic change is the biochemical imbalance. So the chemistry of aging is critical, and it has two parts. One is all the biochemical nutrients, water, electrolytes, minerals, protein, amino acids, fatty acids, enzymes, neurotransmitters, hormones. On the other hand, there's a biochemical process that involves many enzymes co-involve this biochemical process, but also determined by the genetic and environmental factors. So that began to create individual differences of aging simply because of biochemical individuality. In this class, we're going to address that core issue of biochemical imbalance that contributing to the aging process. One of the biggest merits of SS medicine is that it brings a missing piece of energy into health and medicine. Energy is actually what is life about. If we do not have the energy, the biochemistry and the structure is actually dead without function. So energy really represents a vital sign of life. When you visit your primary care doctor, the first things they're going to do is what? vital signs. They measure your blood pressure, your breathing, your heart rate, your pulses, and your body temperature. And all of above is a manifestation of body's energy and electrical physiology. When it comes to individual organ system like a heart and brain and nerve system or muscles or hearing, and we began to do all kinds of electrophysiological measurements like EKG, EEG, EMG, and all those G's are actually trying to measure electrophysiological activities and status of your body. Modern medicine even has come to the point recognizing a very important organelle inside every cell that provides that cell the energy, which is mitochondrial. And this is like a powerhouse of cell. Without that, the cell cannot survive and function. However, just like air is invisible but vital, same thing with the human body. Human body has a comprehensive energetic network and energetic flows, and except they're not visible to us. So this is where the traditional or ancient Chinese medicine comes in, because this medicine, whoever created it and documented exactly what human energetic network is like and the human energetic physiology, psychology, and how everything energetically from the environment to the inside of us as emotional stress affecting our energetic balance. Without medicine that takes care of human energy, we're like running a car shop that does not have electronic engineers. So in this master class, we're going to introduce how we energetically take care of our vitality and our health and happiness, and slow down the aging process. If the first three dimensions that we have talked about, the anatomy, the chemistry, and energy, is really address this human body. And the next one is really address the human being in its essence and in its core. That is what human life is all about. That's our soul or spirit. Sometimes I use analogy to say the soul to the human body is like a driver to a car. And if you understand that analogy, then you begin to realize everything we've been doing in terms of anti-aging, we simply are addressing the issues with the cars and without paying attention to the driver, which is a human being, far more precious and valuable. But we also know the fate of a car has a lot to do with who is driving and managing that car. Same thing with a human being. Our spirit, our soul is really determining how we think, how we feel, how we react or act, and consequently, that's all going to affect our physical and mental function, our physical, mental, and social function. So therefore, the medicine that nurtures our soul and spirit is critical. The old paradigm of medicine decided to keep them out of it, which in a way there's a reason for it. However, without addressing these issues, the physical health, the mental health, the behavioral health cannot be really achieved. So in this masterclass, we're going to have a in-depth discussion about how we cultivate our life, which means how we nurture our spirit and soul, and how that will consequently help us aging slowly and gracefully. It will also tell us why taking care of our body is so critical. Even the soul and the spirit are far more valuable, but without a physical body, our soul and the spirit will not be able to live in the human world and elevate and refine itself. Yes, it sounds very profound, and we're going to delve in depth into the subject in this masterclass. So what does the ACEs medicine do for you, for me, and for everyone? It's really to provide you a practical framework that empower you to take care of yourself and in the comprehensive, systematic, and a practical way. For example, every day you wake up, and you want to check what you are going to do to keep the integrity and health of your physical body, your hair, your skin, your muscle, your bones, your blood vessels, and your postures, your nails, and so on and so forth. In order to accomplish that, what can I do biochemically to keep my body balanced and keep my body structure nourished? How much water I should drink, what minerals, vitamins I should get into my body, and what amino acid, fatty acid I should absorb, and how my gut works for me, absorbing the food and keeping the toxins out of my blood. And how is my biochemical process doing? Is my body utilizing those nutrients? Is my body producing the hormone I need, the neurotransmitter I need, and the energy I need? Now, let's go to the energy part. Energy part is a part we probably experience the most. Very often we go to without realizing it, because every day when you say, I feel tired, I feel hot, I feel cold, I feel pain, I feel depressed, I feel anxious, I'm obsessed, I'm worried, and I'm angry, and I'm fearful, and I'm having reflux, I'm having diarrhea, I'm having cough and wheezing, and I have prolapsed organs. I don't have as much libido, I can't maintain the erection, I seem to have lost control of my bladder and even my bowels. All of above are the manifestations of energetic problems. So we have to take care of that through diet, exercise, stress management, sleep, and sexual behaviors. And of course, we need to find a good doctor who can diagnose us, treat us energetically, and teach us how to live a life through exercise, meditation, Qigong practice to take care of our energy. Last but not least, you're going to ask yourself, what am I going to do? What principles I'm going to follow when I run into challenging situations like humiliations, hardships, conflicts, pleasure, or pain? What I'm going to do? How do I make choices? And what principle I'm going to follow? Because those life choices very much determine where our soul and spirit will be when we're done with our physical existence here. That is as valuable as we can live our full physical life. Well, let's come back to that question. How long can we live? How long should we live? What happens when we die? Well, according to modern scientific research, human being is capable of living up to 120 to 150 years. And some people can live much longer, but this is what we know for now. And the human body seems to be created with a two mechanism. One mechanism that protect us from dying prematurely. Another mechanism is make sure that we eventually die. So therefore, no one can live forever physically, and people should also not die prematurely. Therefore, in my opinion, aging is not a disease, even though many people are trying to make it one so they can medicate you for that. But a premature aging is a disease. And that has a lot to do with ourselves and with the world we're living in. And that is the area we want to focus on, how we can prevent premature aging. And this is what we're going to do in this masterclass. Basic medicine also provides a solution to manage chronic illnesses. Chronic illnesses and aging all go hand in hand. Sometimes we say aging is the biggest risk factor for all kind of chronic disease, hypertension, heart disease, cancer, stroke, and so on and so forth, and which is true. However, those chronic illness and disease also make us age faster in the way they are more a comorbidity than one causes the other. ACEs medicine is a perfect medicine that will address all the chronic illnesses and treating the root causes of it so that it will slow down the aging process as well. As we have discussed, body has incredible mechanism of regenerating and repairing and rejuvenating. If we make right choices, if we do right thing, and if we trigger the body into a positive response. So even though you may have suffered a chronic condition or aging to the point you feel like it cannot be reversed, think again. As long as we live, we have ability, we have a chance to reverse what happened to us to the degree that we can function and enjoy life. So this is my belief that how long we live in the way up to God, but how well we live is our own responsibility. And this is what this masterclass is all about. It's about how we can live to our full physical age, how we can live to our full potential, and how we can live to our full functionality. And if we have to leave a physical body behind, we know we're going to a beautiful place where we never have to suffer again. In this masterclass, you're not going to just get a general idea and tips how to live healthy, how to eat healthy, and how to slow down aging. We're going to discuss a core issues in each dimension. For example, in the anatomic level, we're going to focus on the integrity and the function of cell membrane. Without a normal function of cell membrane, cell cannot survive. For the biochemical process, we're going to focus on a very new concept called methylation. Methylation, in my opinion, is critical biochemical process that affects our immune system, our heart, our brain, our liver, and our DNA regulations, and everything. So we want to dive into that in depth, how to manage our methylation health. At energetic level, we're going to go above and beyond. Not only we're going to focus on how the Chinese medicine perceive the kidney energy as a fundamental source of life and anti-aging, we're also going to discuss in depth what modern medicine has recognized the function of mitochondria, which is a powerhouse of each cell. So you can see the modern medicine and ancient Chinese medicine converge very well in the energetic level. You can hardly get this knowledge anywhere else or being explained or articulated the way that we do in anywhere else. So make sure you stay on the course and complete it and master this knowledge and tips and apply them in your daily life. You're going to have tons of energy and you're going to have much less pain and other dysfunctions. In spiritual level, we're not going to discuss about religious practice or any kind of techniques which people use. They're thinking that's a practical, that's a spiritual practice. Yes, meditation is important, but what is more important is how we think, how we feel, how we react, and how we act, and how we view our relationship with others, with universe, with high powers, how we understand hardships, tribulations, and death. No matter what cultural, religious background you come from, and we're going to focus on the spirituality of you wherever you are now, and to discuss how you could refine it and improve it, and how that's going to help your physical, chemical, and energetic health. So in this masterclass, we have set up a very broad and solid framework of SS medicine. We're focusing on specific key issues, foundational issues, and give you the practical tips that you can apply immediately in your life. If you can practice them in 3 to 6 months, you're going to see the results instantly. To summarize what ACEs medicine is, ACEs medicine is a holistic medicine addressing mind, body, spirit all together. And the ACEs medicine is a medical system that you can apply to treat your patients, and also you can apply as a self-care. And ACEs medicine is a truly a mind-body medicine, is a truly a natural medicine, truly a great new paradigm that you can use to manage and optimize your health. Let's talk a little bit about health management. You know, wealth management is a huge industry, and I believe you all have someone optimized managing your wealth. However, we all say that the health is our number one asset. It's the one that before all the zeros, but no one actually managing or optimize your health. And health insurance only pay for your problems when you have a disease, when you have lost your health. And the doctor only wants to see you when you are actually sick or having something they can give you medicine or they can provide a surgical procedure or they can prescribe procedures. Nobody does anything really for your health. It is almost like your responsibility. However, how do we wise that? It is hard. There are several factors here. Number one, when people are not sick or having terminal or serious health problems, they do not pay attention. They think their body is invincible and they can do whatever they want and without consequences. Number two, they don't know how. Nobody educated them on how to take care of themselves. Even doctors today are not educated on nutrition, on diet, on lifestyle, even though it's began to change gradually, but it is still the case for most people. So therefore, if you don't take your health into your own hands and through the help of people who know how to optimize, manage your health, and you're still living in the old medical paradigm and you're still living at the mercy of the medical establishment. This is exactly why we provide this master class. In this master class, we'll provide educations, we'll provide you tips and recipes, we'll guide you to the source so that you could learn more about ACEs medicine and about managing your health. And we would also like to create a community that we can help each other and create opportunity. We can all come together and exchange and experience what ACEs medicine and health is. So I really look forward to our future collaboration and to be part of our journey together to age gracefully and to live forever. This concludes our introduction to the masterclass of unlocking the secrets of aging using ACEs medicine. I'm Dr. Jingduan Yang. Thank you for joining me here. Next, I'm going to share with you how I have come up with ACEs medicine concept, how I have developed ACEs medicine. ACEs medicine is really a result of my 40-some years of studying in 4 continents and 5 countries. And in this process, I have opportunity to learn from incredible teachers in all dimensions of medicine. My first teacher actually was my father, who practiced Chinese medicine as our family tradition, and that has gone for many, many generations. And he convinced me to learn acupuncture and Chinese medicine with him because he was worried I would not survive hardship of countryside when I graduated from high school and had to go to the countryside to be re-educated by farmers during the Great Cultural Revolution. So I started Chinese medicine with him until I had opportunity to go to medical school because Mao died, Great Cultural Revolution ended, and he instructed me to go to modern medical school to learn the Western medicine. He believed I have learned enough by myself, or I had learned enough from him about Chinese medicine. I went to one of the top 4 medical schools in China and studied all the modern medicine and found myself fascinated by human mind and brain. So I started neurology and psychiatry, and I became an attending neurologist. I went to the WHO Collaboration Center to study clinical psychology, and I went to Oxford to study clinical pharmacology. My experience in Oxford was pivotal for me to develop the ACEs medicine later, because that's when I began to realize how neurotransmitters exist, not just in the brain, but in every other parts of the body. And this is also gave me a holistic view from biochemical perspective. It also trained my mind to think critically when it comes to information. Everything has to be objective, everything has to be logical, and we have to keep open-minded because There's so much more we don't know. And there's so much more we even don't know what we don't know. And therefore, we are continue explore and learn and evolve our medical model. When I left China to pursue my career as a psychiatrist, I had the opportunity to teach a master class of Chinese medicine, later taught the doctor students. That gave me the opportunity to articulate how the traditional ancient Chinese medicine translate into modern language and into a concept that modern medically trained people can comprehend. When I become psychiatry resident at Thomas Jefferson University, I choose all my supervisors who are psychoanalytically trained. And that psychodynamic trained because I believe psychotherapy is actually an energy medicine because that involves people's emotions, language, and thoughts and behaviors. My luck didn't stop there. I got a Bravewell Fellowship to study with Dr. Andrew Weil, who laid the foundation of integrative medicine in my practice. And with his support, I was able to co-author a textbook called Clinical Acupuncture and Ancient Chinese Medicine with Dr. Dan Monti. And Dr. Andrew Weil also advocated for my other book, called Facing East, Ancient Health and Beauty Secrets for Modern Age. I co-authored that with my client and friends, Norma Kamali. I was the director of Acupuncture Oriental Medicine in the Monobrain Center of Integrative Medicine, Jefferson, clinical assistant professor at Integrative Physician. And this provided me a great opportunity to apply all the things I have learned into a patient care. I founded the Young Institute of Integrative Medicine and also began to learn a life cultivation practice of Falun Dafa, which for the first time I was able to recognize the essence of life is actually our soul and our spirit. And our mission in life is really to live as long as healthy as possible so we can take care of it and we can make good choices and we can elevate, ascend our life to a better place. For which I'm ever grateful to Master Li Hongzhi, who founded Falun Dafa, and grateful to so many Falun Dafa practitioners who keep the practice alive, encountering a brutal persecution by the Chinese Communist regime. So you can see the ACEs medicine doesn't come from nowhere. It's actually an evolution of my learning and practicing of medicine and my own need for clarity, for something you can easily practice, and also for something that is encompassing everything we have learned in medical field. So in this masterclass, I really want to share everything I've learned with you and hope that it will benefit you as much as it has benefited myself. This actually finally conclude our first module, the introduction to SS medicine for age management. This is a bonus session for this module, and I hope that will give you more confidence of what you're going to learn is really authentic, comprehensive, and practical.